Okay, so the Magna Elite Wagon that we saw in the Junkyard, $900, is now a new acquisition. So spent a bit of money to get it fixed. Had the head gasket. Also needed a new timing chain replaced. But see the digital dash there? It's standard in the Elite sedan and wagon. So yeah, the interior's in really nice nick. It's got 226,000 Ks on it. It's a few Ks. It's got the 4-speed automatic, which is notorious even when the cars were new. But all the interior's in very nice condition. So let's just see how we go with this. So first sort of drive of the Magna Elite Wagon. First drive of a Magna since they were pretty well new from my point of view, but yeah, hopefully we'll get home in one piece. It's got steering wheel controls on here, cruise control, 2.6 fuel injected, multi-point fuel injection. So here we go, let's see. Got my mate Alex following me in the Maserati 6, aka Mazda 6. There he is there. So yeah, let's see how she performs. Hopefully battery's charging, which is good. Tyres are all good. Had quite a bit of fuel in it, so I actually just put, because of ethanol in fuel, as you know, I'm not a fan of ethanol. I'm waiting for a fuel company to offer an enthusiast fuel which has no ethanol in it. I'm sure enthusiasts would pay $3 a litre or whatever, you know, in the US, X dollars more per gallon if they knew that they could have a non-ethanol fuel which had a decent octane that you could just store in older cars for a long period of time, because the cost of that versus having to replace fuel systems and so on, you know, it'd be a much cheaper alternative. So I just wish some entrepreneur would come up with that. Anyway, back to the Magna Elite Wagon. So yeah, it's got quite a good sort of stereo system, little storage bin in here, power windows, central locking, cruise control. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Elite or even the Magna itself, because I guess for the US market you wouldn't be aware of it, but it's basically a Mitsubishi Galant that Australian engineers widened the body, so it was a wide-bodied version of the Mitsubishi Galant to go up against 6-cylinder cars in the Australian market. It was actually a very popular car. Did get Car of the Year, I think in about 1985, off the top of my head. They weren't without their problems. There was some issues in the sedans, had corrosion on the top of the roof at the back. Auto transmissions were the biggest issues with these cars. And I'm just wondering how this transmission's going to go, sort of literally, you know, 30 odd years after the car was made, but so far so good. It's been a while since I've driven one. As I said, last time I drove one of these was probably in about 1980, 88, 89, something like that. 88 it would have been. Got your little bonnet emblem on the front there. It's a bit of a prestige attribute or you know, feature. But yeah, they're well equipped. Power mirrors, as I said, power windows, little side demisters, like a velour interior. This interior, it's in very good condition, as you can probably see. But it's, I noticed there's dog hair, and yeah, it needs a good vacuum and a good clean. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the car. I mean, it's in really good condition. It's an unusual car. You don't see, the survival rate for these is pretty low. Even though it's a Japanese-based car. Normally I don't really buy Japanese cars. I'm more into the American cars, and then probably Australian and then European. But I have got a couple of Japanese cars, or got a Mazda 929 hardtop, 82 model or something. But yeah, I mean, this is part of an Australian manufacturing history. The fact that it was a wide and galant, then the Wagon version was uniquely designed in Australia. Then the designer who did that was actually a guy that worked on some of the Chrysler products before Chrysler Australia sold out to Mitsubishi in the 80s. I think about 1980, 81, something like that. But yeah, it's a pretty cool design. I think it won an Australian Design Award, the Wagon as well, from my memory. They were very popular. And yeah, like I said, survival rate's very low. You just don't see them much anymore. Got these unusual controls, like these wipers, and then you've got this sort of, the indicator is like this sort of a wand kind of design. You've got the steering wheel controls there, as I mentioned. 226,610 Ks, which, you know, it's a few, but given that I've rebuilt I had the, you know, head gasket done, and that's the little wand here. Given that I've had the head gasket and the timing chain replaced, I'm hoping that, and the amount of mileage I'm going to be doing in the car, which is very small, very limited, hopefully it'll hang together, and just going to be literally a hobby car. Take it out every now and again. Yeah. So anyway, that's the Mitsubishi TN Magna Elite Wagon. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys commenting, liking, and above all subscribing, because it does help with the channel to get more views. So thanks again for watching. And look, most of the content will be American-based cars or some Australian cars, but you know, it's good to mix it up with some unusual vehicles as well. So thanks again.